Rebate checks will help people deal with high inflation better than a gas tax holiday.
Somebody paid $95 for a fill-up in New Hope Thursday. The backdrop Governor Tim Walz used to pitch his plan for bigger rebate checks.
I'm guessing a lot of legislators are feeling that pressure from constituents. What can you do to give us a little relief?
The DFL governor's checks are $500 per adult, $1,000 per couple.
The government has released new details, everybody, on SNAP benefits. This means that many of you guys will be able to get a stimulus check very soon. In fact, hundreds of more dollars. You'll be eligible for it very fast. States have confirmed the schedule may look different for when the stimulus will be deposited into your bank accounts, though. So now, New York State residents, for instance, who qualify for SNAP benefits can expect to go to their payments according to the usual schedule in December. For residents in New York City, this schedule might look a little different from the previous months. New York SNAP is already administered by two different agencies. The Department of Social Services, Human Resource Administration, is in charge of the SNAP benefits in New York City, while the New York Office of Temporary and Disability Assistance just oversees the rest of the state. It's because there are two different agencies in charge of SNAP benefits. New York has two SNAP schedules. Your specific SNAP schedule depends on where you live. And although SNAP is part of the USDA, the program is administered to the state level. To check your eligibility for SNAP outside of New York City, just apply for the benefits and see if you get the money. But folks, also know this. You can apply for New York SNAP through online or print and mail the SNAP application to your local Department for Social Services. The Georgia officials are promising to provide full benefits to a ton of people that want the stimulus cash and need it the most. What this means is that you'll be getting a stimulus check probably within the next couple of days or in the next couple of weeks at worst. But just know this, everybody, here's the most important news. Georgia officials, everybody, are promising to provide full benefits to a number of people who haven't received food assistance and aid for a number of weeks or months because of problems. State officials can't say how many people have failed to get their benefits because of a delay in stimulus payments being sent out. So, many residents are upset and frustrated as their SNAP benefit payments are delayed. State officials have already said that they've taken some new proactive signs to fix this problem. They're ramping up and hiring, offering overtime. Now, they have also received a federal waiver allowing them to trigger and cause benefits for people who have pending renewals. Before the repeal, the federal government has been giving recipients extra funds on top of their typical SNAP allotment each month, a measure meant to mitigate heightened food insecurity. During the crosses, these top-offs, known as emergency allotments, amounted to at least $100 a month to the people that were eligible for it. Now, Black Friday may look a little bit different this year, but inflation is weighing in on consumers. Elevated prices for food, gas, and other household costs have just increased to a crazy amount. As a result, shoppers are just being reluctant to spend useless, and unless there's a big sale, they're being really selective of what they buy. According to analysis, the average American household is just spending $430 a month to buy the same goods and services that it did a year ago. One economist even told Yahoo News that despite the weaker than expected jobs report and inflation, people are still being tight and people are still not having as much money as they used to have. That's at least according to people that are in desperate need of help. But one economist even said that, according to U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, consumer prices jumped again to 7.7% from a year ago. The rate is already down 0.9% for June, and that marked a recent peak. And now wages for many workers haven't kept pace with inflation. It just means that they lost their purchasing power. Hourly earnings fell 2.8% on average in the year of October, and the inflation impact on households' wallets is just not uniform enough. So hopefully President Biden, everybody, can do more for the people that need help with stimulus checks, because I believe it's his promise and he must do what he promised us. So are you going to receive a monthly benefit increase? Well, the SSA has been discussing several changes that may impact your bank account very, very positively or negatively. One thing, everybody, to know is that President Biden should do more for the American people in sending out stimulus payments, because he did promise more stimulus checks for the future. So let's see if he does this and keep his promise.
Again, as we prepare for the 118th Congress, House Democrats remain hard at work to protect and strengthen the financial security of America's working families. We still have work to do in these last few weeks. I know you want to know the schedule, but we're not quite there yet. Yesterday, we passed something that was urgent and necessary to avert a catastrophic national rail shutdown. It was something that was necessary, and the president asked us to do it. He has been at the table as the most pro-union president we have had, not only for the first iteration of it, but then the further improvement of it. And he made it clear that if we didn't take the action we did yesterday, 765,000, over 750,000 jobs would be lost, including union jobs, $2 billion a day in economic activity would be erased. Families unable having more of a struggle to buy groceries and life-saving medication. Small businesses unable to get their product to market, especially concerning to the ag community, where perishable goods have a short fuse and need to be transmitted. At the same time, we stand firmly in support of paid sick leave. It's outrageous that every developed country in the world has paid sick leave except the United States of America. And that's why, in addition to our bill adopting a tentative agreement, that was the heart of it, and then we voted to add 7 days of paid sick leave for the workers. Again, doing so a matter of values for the people. It's another iteration I had in BBB put forth the family and medical leave legislation. Just for some of you, well, maybe none of you were around then, but you know from history that when President Clinton became president, right away he signed a family and medical leave legislation.
People to the bench, it's imperative that we get it right. So today, the Senate will continue its duty to advance President Biden's highly qualified, highly diverse, and highly accomplished judicial nominees. We will begin this afternoon by voting on the confirmation of Judge John Lee to serve as Circuit Judge for the 7th Circuit. If confirmed, Judge Lee will make history as the first Asian American ever to preside on the 7th Circuit.
So everybody, millions of Americans will see big changes to their monthly benefit checks. It has been confirmed that there will be a raise and increase to monthly benefits for the low-income households. Many Americans will be able to claim hundreds of dollars starting in September. So make sure to watch until the end of this video and learn how to receive your fourth stimulus payment. In just a matter of weeks, residents across Illinois will start receiving tax relief rebate checks. On September 12th, the state will start distributing one-time income and property tax relief payments, which were included in the Family Relief Plan. According to Illinois Comptroller Susan Madonza, payments will go out to everybody immediately, as distribution is expected to take an estimated 8 weeks. First and foremost, to be eligible, you must have filed taxes. In regard to the individual income tax return, a person qualifies if they were an Illinois resident in 2021 and their adjusted gross income was under $400,000, if filing jointly, or $200,000 if filing as a single person. The property tax rebate requires that recipients be Illinois residents who paid property taxes on their primary residence in 2021 and 2022. Anyone who filed